I want you to think for a minute about how many gallons of water you use. I know this isn't news. You see, this resource we're so reliant upon is not infinite, but do we think to ration it? I want you to think of our friends in developing countries, whose water crisis leaves them with less than 10 liters of contaminated water a day. Well, that isn't enough, you'd say. Over 8 million people in just Uganda lack access to safe, clean water, but this could never be your daughter. I want you to imagine a young girl at the age of 10, walking all day, every day, just to fill a 5-gallon jerry can. But it's all part of her life plan. She can't go to school because she has to fetch water. Her brothers still get an education though. That inequality is quite a blow. On her walk, she might be raped by men hiding in the bushes. She tries to run, but through the fields she can't see. And they didn't tell her that they had HIV. But this water source her life is so reliant upon, it's full of disease, crawling with cholera, malaria, dysentery, typhoid, shall I cease? It's not a surprise though, given that animals defecate in the same open ponds, ditches, and streams. How her heart screams. Her mama already died from this water, her sister too, but for generations nobody in her family has tasted safe, clean water like you. Half the population in Uganda lacks access. Shall I digress? The local government deems certain villages no-go zones, determining innocent people's fate to just a pile of bones. I cannot remain quiet. I've seen this firsthand. I've walked through the villages of this impoverished land. Upon my return, I cried when I took a warm shower, how I so badly wish I could take back every hour that I've taken for granted this precious resource I abuse. What a privilege it is to misuse. The water crisis is not just a water crisis. It's a policy and government crisis, an education crisis, a healthcare crisis, a food access, gender inequality, and economic crisis. If only we had known that Uganda's not alone. I want you to imagine not knowing what running water feels like. I want you to imagine trekking 4 miles a day with 60 pounds of water on your back. Well, this is a major perspective that we lack. When water is scarce, people suffer. When access to a vital resource results in loss of livelihoods, we must act. You see, as humans, we have a pact. To recognize that we're all the same, and only our ideologies, separation, and egotistical tendencies are to blame. You and I, we're no different from that girl that walks 3 to 5 kilometers every day for a jug of water that just might kill her, and her family too. We were just people that were given a more privileged avenue. You see, all any of us ultimately want is love, security, freedom, and truth, so remove the mask of hierarchy and start equipping our youth. To strip away stagnant ideologies, we can start to see clearer. To eradicate marginalization through looking in a damn mirror. So when you're looking in this mirror, I encourage you to envision this girl I speak of. And though she could use your money, technology, and even your love, those are just temporary fixes to a problem so deeply rooted. She needs humanity to come together so our power is not diluted. To think we can fix this crisis with riches is just a misconception, and we must first pull ourselves out of this deception. From the grassroots level, people have so much power. If only we were inclusive so that other countries would not cower. Tap into your conscious resource use. Mother Earth is sick and tired of this abuse. Transcend your paradigms and accept what is true. We must first heal within, and it starts with you.